Today's bonus Cobra Convergence video is sponsored by TGC Customs. Replace the boring Hasbro offerings with unique offerings from TGC Customs. Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Codename New 2V2. Hi, I'm your presenter, GIJoe. Well, today is going to be my last video for another amazing Cobra Convergence. Boy, I can't believe Cobra Convergence 6 is closing and wrapping up, and it's bittersweet. We had so many amazing content creators sharing their talent, showing us that, being all that they could be. It's been amazing. And it's also been amazing to see how Cobra Convergence has grown through the years. All started by our good friend HCC788, Forum BX257, and Timmer, to now all of this, where we're having multiple content creators appear a day. And the best thing, this is all fan for fan. No corporate sponsorship, no big names, no nothing, no egos. Just fans helping, celebrating together. And that's what makes Cobra Convergence the amazing institution that it is. So, as you know, on July 19th, I did my GIJoe Transformer crossover with our good friend Comic Tropes. And in an epic 50-minute video, which actually went by pretty fast. I think it did. It was a lot of people have written, giving me their responses, and really enjoyed that. But here's the other thing. There's actually more, and I just couldn't fit it into one video. So I asked my good friend and real-life GIJoe Articulated Chad to help me with the toy aspect of this crossover, because when you have two titans, that is Transformers and GIJoe, two mainstay stable horses in the Hasbro stall, so of course there's going to be the toys. That's what everything is around. So Articulated Chad, again, you got to go subscribe to his channel, follow him, and I'm saying this as a fan. It is so educational, and Chad does such a great job in his presentations. It's amazing how the quality of his videos, the knowledge you get, and him with all of his knowledge and his being a presenter. I think that those are key components to any YouTube channel. And the guy is just awesome. And he's a real-life GIJoe who's currently still on active duty. So what better way to support our troops, to support Cobra Convergence, than head over to Articulated Chad and hit that subscribe button. Hey Chad, why don't you tell us more about the toys, because we all know that this is what GIJoe and Transformers is all about, shoving toys down our throats. So take it away, Chad.
Hi everybody, thanks for having me. We all know that GIJoe that we love started off as a three-pronged approach with the real American hero of comics, toys, and cartoons. To me, it only makes sense that if a race of sentient alien robots align themselves with a ruthless terrorist organization determined to rule the world, well then, the daring, highly trained special mission force known as GIJoe would have to get in on that fight. Thanks for having me to discuss how the crossover world of GIJoe and Transformer translates to the toys, and I'm going to share some of my custom toys as well. Hasbro did a pretty good job of giving us crossover toys between the GIJoe and Transformer brands. The Transformer vehicles that were released with the Joe line did not transform, and that's okay. So I took that GIJoe Transformers crossover world and I added to it. In 2012, Hasbro released the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Shockwave Hiss using a new vehicle design for the GIJoe Retaliation movie that would come to theaters the next year, which itself is an update to the 2010 Pursuit of Cobra Hiss tank design. Therefore, I thought it only fitting to use this same body style of Hiss tank to summon the Decepticons' leader, Megatron. I wanted to stay somewhat true to Megatron, with the red accents against a gray, chrome, and purple scheme, but also make it somewhat updated and unique.
Nobody summons Megatron!
2013 saw a new release in the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive crossover line with the Jetfire Skystriker, which is a gorgeous vehicle and a pride of my collection.
Skyfire!
No, he's not Skyfire. And of course, I had to give the Decepticons and Cobra some air power to rival this formidable Autobot fighter, the Seekers. Thundercracker, Starscream, and Skywarp, which were all made using the 1991 G.I. Joe Storm Eagle. In 2016, Hasbro released the crossover Soundwave Hiss Tank, this time using the 2005 DTC Hiss Tank design. Now, there were a few other San Diego Comic-Con crossovers released. The Powerglide Rattler that came as part of the 2016 set this Soundwave Hiss came in. The Hound Vamp just shown, and 2011 Starscream Skystriker with Cobra Commander Pilot. Since the Cobra Decepticon ground assault vehicle ranks were growing, I felt it was only fitting to add some Autobot ground forces to the Joe motor pool.
Bang! Warpath's on the roll!
Now, this Warpath tank is based off an off-brand tank that I got from Amazon. And this Beachcomber, which is really a no-brainer custom, was made from a 2020 Retro Striker. Of course, he needed some added firepower more fitting for an Autobot in vehicle mode. Now, I've loved Battle Android Troopers since they first appeared in toy stores in 1986, so it only made sense that Cobra and the Decepticons would upgrade their ranks. So here are just a few of my custom examples of those: Soundwave and Sound Blaster, and an Acid Bat. Finally, earlier this summer, Mattel released this Xl15 Fighter as part of the toy line for Disney Pixar's Lightyear movie. And the first thing I thought when I saw this vehicle was,
Cyclonus, the warrior.
so I just had to make his Cybertronian fighter design to go with my updated Earthborn Seekers. And since everyone needs a good wingman, I made Quietus as well. Thanks for having me. I look forward to watching the video and seeing the rest of the discussion about the G.I. Joe Transformer crossovers. And if anyone would like to see more of my custom toy work, you can find me at Articulated Chad at any of these socials. Take care.
Thanks a lot, Chad. You know, it's amazing. Like, we all of us Gen Xers focus in on what transpired between 1982 to 1994, but a lot of these offerings came after the fact, and unless you're paying attention, you may have not known about them. So I know that I thank Chad for taking the time, because it's a lot of research that goes into all in those weird tweener years where G.I. Joe was kind of dormant and Hasbro was just issuing most of these via the Transformers Collectors Club. So if you're in the G.I. Joe Collectors Club, sometimes you didn't see this stuff. I mean, I was lucky with that Biggles Jones pack, because that was actually initially offered in Transformers, and then it slowly trickled in to the G.I. Joe Collectors Club. But initially, that was a Transformers Collectors Club offering. So I was lucky to get it, in the secondary market. So we're going to wrap up. Again, it's a bittersweet thing. Of course, ACC is going to do our wrap-up video for Cobra Convergence. But at the same time, it's just amazing looking back on how this has grown. And we all need to pat ourselves on the back, because this is truly a unique, like no other fan base does this. And, Star Wars will end up fighting each other. That's a given. Comic books is kind of like, everyone's out. Really, they're out for themselves, to get because most of these content creators are trying to flip books. I mean, that's their only source of income. They, like these kids, they don't really have real jobs. They just want to sell the comic books. So they're really looking out for each other, just themselves. But this is like looking out for your friends, your fellow fans. And that's what makes Cobra Convergence so unique and so special over any of the franchises that we all loved and enjoyed as children. That's why I'm very happy to be a part of this, and I just can't thank Chad. So make sure you do head over to his channel and hit the subscribe button to Articulated Chad. I think you'll thank me for it. It's amazing. It's amazing. So I'm going to end this. We're going to start going back into things. I know I haven't done many G.I. Joe recaps due to not feeling too well, but we're going to end the last 5 issues of the IDW G.I. Joe run, starting off with issue 295 all the way to 300. So we're going to be recapping all of them. And that's the best way to say goodbye to Larry Hama, the IDW G.I. Joe kind of team. And again, it's not IDW's fault. They have delivered. They have listened to the fans. I am very kind of mixed feelings about Hasbro not letting IDW continue on with the license. But that's a totally different video right now. Also, we're going to do our next PGX unboxing. This is where I actually showcase graded books and we talk about it, a way to educate the Gen Xer in today's comics. I made an appearance on Peg Warmers about a month ago, and we kind of teaching fellow Gen Xers, guys that collected in the 80s and 90s, that this is a totally different comic scene today. So what better way to navigate? So that's what I kind of do, is help my fellow Gen Xers kind of know what to do, what to look for. And we get to look at cool comics from back in our day to even now. So whatever it is, I think it's been a big hit with the fan base. They really enjoy the comics. And just to give you a preview, because this is Cobra Convergence, check out this. So you guys are going to be the first to see the 1967, right? Am I right? 1967. This is 1967 Spider-Man issue 53. This issue is when Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy go out on their first date. And this is the second time Dr. Octopus appears in the Spider-Man's, story arc. So this is a very, very special book. And again, you'll see why getting a 9.4 for a book in 1967 is I am absolutely speechless. So if you like more of this stuff, you could check out my back episodes where we do other unboxings. We usually use PGX or EGS because I don't like how CGC is so corporate. And, they're basically like, they act like they're doing you a favor by grading books, where these companies actually treat you like a customer. So I kind of like that aspect. And plus the product is quality. This book looks absolutely beautiful. So stay tuned for that. We're going to have our first unboxing episode for August next week. So be on the lookout for that. Anyway, Cobra Convergence. Wow, what a great time we had. So, hey, I look forward to CC7. This is Shabu RU signing off. Take care.